Ready to whistle? We
That's
better wet
terrible.
it. That is not good,
I
my
had to
friend.
wet my whistle.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Hey, look at this.
I was laughing. I was waiting for you to say it. We did not plan this.
No, we did
It's
not.
It's our wet your whistle uniform. Everybody, thanks for tuning in this afternoon. And if you want to text some people, tell them we are going to really have fun today. I'm going to show you. I just took this picture just a few seconds ago to show you what the table looks like. It's all lined up and ready to go. A little behind the scenes for you. Where did I put that, Chuck? All right, hang on. I want them to see what you have. Here it is. What you have loaded up for us. That's a lot of wine, my friend, and a lot of glasses.
It's about 18 ounces
Okay.
altogether.
But what we're going to do today, we are going to introduce you to a new line of glasses I've never heard of. So in the restaurant business, in the winery business, high end, I've always known Riedels.
And Riedel sells about $80 million a year
Oh my gosh.
worth of restaurant grade and glasses and to wineries and to people and mostly restaurants. I would imagine. They've been the top line for they've been making glass for over 1,000 years.
Yeah.
German company that just is incredible with making all types of wine glasses, beer glasses, drinking glasses, and they've had quite a success from it. We use them to customers that want to drink out of Riedel, and we use them for all our wine events.
So if you have gone into a restaurant and then you look down and you see Riedel and you're like, oh, okay, well, that's what they're going to serve us in. And they'll switch it around. Actually, when they have really nice wine, they'll put it in that. But you said, Monica, today I want to introduce you to, is it Josephine?
Josephine. It's another European wine glass company. It's the top tier. I don't think there's anything better. They're basically $100 a glass.
Wow.
And their company founder they started making glasses back in the 1700s.
Okay.
And Zalto was the company that made all the Zalto glasses, obviously. And a couple years ago, Kurt Joseph who was the family owner at the time, stepped down or something and started his own line. And it's all about aromatics, and these glasses are so light it scares you to touch them.
I was just going to say. So right now, right in front of us, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have $1,200 in glasses.
Well, you have 600
Okay,
because you got 3 Riedel and you got 3 Josephine. But I mean, being in the business, I get a break. I didn't pay that for them.
So you trust me.
But
it's a good thing I'm not Italian and I won't talk with my hands too bad.
I always promised myself I'd have in my cellar at home. I'd have the best glasses possible, and I think hopefully I do.
Well,
So
if you're just tuning in, let me show you. We are at Defiance Ridge, and if you're new to this Wet Your Whistle show, we do this for you now every other Wednesday. If you haven't been here, this is what you're missing out on. A beautiful place of a beautiful view, incredible staff, wonderful wines, award-winning wines at that. A great place for you to come and relax for lunch, for dinner, enjoy wonderful music on the weekend. I was just asking Chuck if they're all lined up with music for the rest of the year, and I think you said there's only one Friday?
We have a Friday in October that all of a sudden became available, and we're going to put together a really fun afternoon, evening concert with fireworks and a bonfire, we think. So that's where we're headed now. Realizing that sunsets at 6:15 on that date. I think it's October 25th.
Okay.
Don't have music, don't have anything yet, but we'll get it going here soon.
All right, fantastic. So what we're going to do today, and this is why, because people always say, is it really a big deal of what I'm serving my wine in? Is it really going to change? He's got wines lined up in a Riedel and a Josephine, right?
Riedel sparkling wine. Our new award-winning Cabernet, which is in my opinion, of the 3 we were going to taste today, you can certainly tell the difference in the aromatics from that wine. And then your favorite wine, Cabernet.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's amazing out of this glass. It's amazing out of Riedel, but it's just the difference. When we do this, we'll smell and taste it out of the Riedel first, and then out of the Josephine glass.
Well, Michelle and I did Wet Your Whistle last week, just kicked back, enjoying some time at my house. And we started to talk about stemware and wine glasses, etc. There was a woman watching and she said, you girls were cracking me up, but at the same time, you made me realize, I guess it is a big deal of what I'm drinking it out of. So tell people why there's such a huge difference if they're, well, a couple things. If they're serving wine for they're the ones hosting and they're serving wine for their guests. And if they by chance are putting it in a, let's say we're putting, what is this one?
This is our sparkling rosé.
Okay, let's say they're putting this rosé in this, show them that big glass. Like it, no, this one.
Okay.
So let's say that they decide all they have at their house. All right. There was here's the funny thing. I thought we're going to break the glass, and instead I thought Chuck hit this wire. But I love real things. That's why we call it the Real Monica Adams Show. So did you have internet issues earlier today?
We've had nightmare internet issues for the last week and a half.
Thanks for sticking with us, everybody. Go get a glass of something and enjoy.
We've gone to a backup.
We're back. Exactly. We're back. Okay. So you were saying you come over to the house. And we've got this wine, and you're serving it in the right glass, which, by the way, matches our colors. That's just crazy. But they serve this in this. What is happening?
I would be very happy to drink it out of that because, I know it's a good glass. That's most important.
Okay, so I'm just going to say size then.
The size, is any one of these glasses would be good to drink the champagne out of.
Okay.
Now, if I was pouring this red wine into this glass, that would not be good.
So what would be happening? This is where we're going to educate you.
You wouldn't get any of the aromatics. The most important thing, it would be tight. And the aromatics is what you're smelling and drinking in the first place. So you just lose it all, or you lose most of it.
So the woman that was asking for wine glasses from her husband, I think it was last week, if they are only able to buy like a handful, do you have them buy like a mixed, like a little varietal? No. What's best for them?
This glass.
And why?
This is Riedel glass. Riedel and Zalto and Josephine, they all make a glass that is common to all wines, and it's this one, right? Yeah, they market it that way. And it's friendly to all wines. So it's not the thin bowl, it's not the big bowl, but it's just what they say is right. But it would be better in the bigger glass, but it's going to be great in this glass.
Okay. And again, if you're just tuning in, Wet Your Whistle Wednesday, sorry that we went off the air for just a second. You can let everybody know we're back. We're talking about Riedel, and the wine glass that he's introducing us to today is Josephine. I took a picture from their website. It just looks sexy.
Oh, it is. Look at that.
Hold on. Let me bring that back. Yeah, so we've got it here live in person.
I think champagne glasses are so cool anyway, and
It's this one.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's so lightweight.
Yeah, it's so lightweight. As I said, it's scary, but it's pretty sturdy. Now you don't put them in a dishwasher.
No.
That's one thing with this glass you do not. They recommend no dishwashing whatsoever. It's just so dainty in this area. It's pretty crazy how that is.
And these are from Austria?
From Austria.
Josephine. And you were mentioning that Riedel.
Hand blown. It takes 2 days for the process.
See, respect that, right? We think of going to Silver Dollar City and watching that done, and they do it in front of us right away. Not here. So Riedel, you said, it's been around for how long?
Nearly 1,000 years since
cow.
they've been making glassware. That's pretty amazing.
And Josephine, how long?
1700s is when Zalto was founded, but they've been making glassware, I think, since late 50s or early 60s or something like that under the Zalto brand. If you're traveling in Europe, that's going to be through Austria and the areas like that. That's their glass, and they're pretty amazing glasses on their own.
Oh, absolutely. I used to always get excited, and I would say, okay, we're going to order a nice bottle of wine from this restaurant. They're going to switch us out. They're going to bring us the Riedel glasses from whatever they had before. But you are hopefully seeing that more and more. Josephine, though, have you seen anything?
No, I have. There's some wine educators that use it. Wine and Food voted it, I think, the best red wine glass of the year and the best overall glass. Of course, it's the most expensive glass too. So
that's why they probably aren't carrying them.
But I think once you start smelling and tasting these wines, you'll see a difference. It's,
okay.
I certainly do, and especially you start with the Riedel and you go to the Josephine glass.
Are you going to do something like this when you have like wine dinners for people to try and experience a difference?
Not with these, but maybe Zalto, because they're more affordable and they're made by basically the same company. Or you could go Riedel and the Spiegel, the glass that you were just talking about earlier. They own no, that's
not this one.
That's Josephine.
Oh,
well, I don't have any of those out.
Oh, okay.
It's just Riedel and Josephine.
So someone just said, Glenn just signed on and said, Defiance Ridge has awesome smoked wings.
We sure do. we have great smoked food.
Okay, Kathy just asked, where can you buy the Josephine glass and the glass that is good for all wines?
All-purpose wines, Riedel has it. You can go on their website and find it, and that would be your best deal. Or if you want to send me something, I can probably do something for them.
Okay, there you go.
Because I buy them, at restaurant grade and with a discount, and I can pass it on to them. So.
Well, and I would love for you all, maybe if you want to reach out to Chuck, he can take care of that, and then you can come in and get your favorite wine.
I've had some people do that before.
You can come in and get a nice bottle of wine or hang here and then have the glasses. Hello, I'm here 10 minutes late pouring a glass of Chardonnay. Very good. Cheers to you. You're welcome, Kathy. So let's go ahead and start on it. Okay. If you're just tuning in, What's Your Whistle Wednesday, we actually are on multiple platforms. If you want to send a text to everybody, let them know we're getting ready to do the comparison of the Riedel glass to the Josephine glass live from Defiance Ridge Vineyards. We're going to tell you about some things coming up, some wine dinners, some music, etc. You can go site, defianceridgevineyards.com. So you want us to start with the Riedel?
Yeah, the Riedel sparkling glass, and you're going to, when you smell it, you're going to smell the Brut Rosé, and you're going to smell strawberries.
Strawberries, very much.
Okay, and this is a great glass to drink out of.
I feel like I just went to Eckert's, and I'm picking strawberries.
It has it, and I would, taste it. And
okay. Strawberries. Very big strawberries. And now you're going to tell me I'm not going to have that in the Josephine?
No, I think it's going to be more pronounced.
Oh, okay. So this was the Riedel, everybody, which again, an incredible glass to the Josephine. Hi, Ashlyn. Ashlyn's at home moderating. Thank you. Are you still babysitting, by the way? You're a sweetheart if you're multitasking for us. Yes, thank you for putting the website. And if you want to put their calendar up as well so people can see what's coming up for them.
Mid-palate.
Oh, I don't smell the strawberries as strong as I did.
Put it in your mid-palate.
See, and thank you for saying that, because Michelle gave me so much trouble. I said she did. She became very perverted last week. I said bypass the tip of your tongue and just go to the middle. He just said it. See, it's true.
I can tell the difference immediately of what it brings out. it opens the wine up faster. Is what they
Oh, there's a huge difference.
yeah. The whole deal is about getting the wine open faster, and you can tell on the champagne.
It's more. If this does this sound right? It's bubblier in the Josephine glass.
When we opened it and poured it, the bubbles were more pronounced than the Riedel glass
Yes.
in the Josephine glass.
Yes, that's what yeah. Again, if you're just tuning in, we are doing a glass comparison, Riedel to Josephine.
And this wide area is very important. You see it on all their glasses, is usually where the pour liner you should pour your glass.
That's another thing, by the way, when people have guests over and the guests go, "Hey, you can give me some more. You've only poured me a little bit." There's actually there's a stopping point.
You know, they say 5-ounce pours are more common than anything. A lot of restaurants only do 4-ounce pours.
So what is this one?
Oh, that's probably only maybe two and a half ounces.
2.5. Yeah. Again, you would be blown away when you do a side by side comparison. I do smell the strawberry more in the Riedel. It's not as opened up. It doesn't have the big opening, but I see the legs more on the Josephine one. You smell strawberries more?
I do smell strawberries more on the Josephine.
See, everybody's got different noses, different palates. Can you tell them, because you're the expert on this, on our tongue, if we're taking the wine and it immediately hits the tip of the tongue, or it goes mid palate, or it goes onto the sides, what are all the points, like salty, sweet, etc.?
All I can tell you is I pick up on the front tongue is acidity quickly.
Yes.
And then the mid is where I get flavors, and that's sweet and sour.
So do you normally, when you're drinking or you're tasting with people, do you try to do it on you do it on it?
I tried when I first opened up a bottle. I try very hard to concentrate on getting all the flavors on the whole process at the beginning. And I mean, we can do it more. It's going to be more pronounced on the white wine.
Okay, so again, if you're just tuning in, tell me if you've been here before. Do you have a favorite bottle that you've had from Defiance Ridge Vineyards? Have you never been here before? If you haven't, you're missing out. Ashlyn just posted the upcoming events. She just posted the calendar, by the way, and we'll run through some of that. We've got some guests that are just cheers to you people. So if you're tuning in, we're doing a side-by-side of 3 different wines. The one we just had, and again in the Riedel, and then in the Josephine glass. So this is the Riedel.
Yep.
It's heavier for sure.
It's definitely, you got more glass. I mean, you can just tell by the thickness of the glass.
But honestly, this just feels like it's so lightweight.
It feels like plastic.
It does, but it's
really
not,
does.
Monica. Don't break it.
It's not.
Okay, so tell them what kind of wine is this.
So now we're drinking Traminette, and this, it's a Missouri, our award-winning best white in the state, Traminette. And it has amazing aromas to it in the first place. You smell it in the Riedel.
Is this one of the ones that just won?
Yeah, this won the best
you
white.
went
in
19
the state.
for 19.
19 for 19.
They won 19 awards out of 19
best
wines.
Dry white in the state.
In the state. So come in, ask for their Traminette, and you will get the best white wine in the state of Missouri right here at Defiance Ridge. Okay, so Riedel first.
Riedel first. Smell that one, and then.
Pear.
Now smell it in the other glass. Smell it in the other glass first.
Okay, before we taste it, we're smelling. Don't you want to come here and do a little side by side with us? Oh, there's a huge difference.
It's a huge difference on this wine.
Okay, what are you picking up?
Oh, this is so floral. It's very much like a German Gewürztraminer.
Yes. How do you say it?
Gewürztraminer.
Okay, I think when I was in my 20s, I used to say Gewürztraminer.
Yeah, well, a lot of people probably did.
And then after you have a glass or two, you can't say that at all anymore.
You just call it Gewürztraminer.
Yeah, give me that Gewürztraminer. Debbie, no, I haven't been there yet, but I've been following. You need to come. Very floral. I smell vanilla too.
You get spice for sure.
Spice, yes.
Yeah, you get spice for sure.
Okay.
This is a cross between Gewürztraminer and Seyval Blanc. So they were bred together back in the day, and they came up with Traminette.
Wow, Chuck, it does not taste like it smells.
Oh, no, it doesn't. Now taste it out of this glass.
Oh, that one first? I just messed up. I did it wrong. Okay, wait, are you doing it on the tip or on the mid? Both.
I start off on the tip, and
Okay.
then I just swish it around.
Oh, that's easy drinking. No wonder why you won an award for this. Okay, now I'm going to go to the mid. God, this is a gorgeous glass.
I just roll it with the tongue on the wine.
So tell
And let
them
it
what
get.
you're tasting in this.
Well, I do get a lot of grapefruit type of flavors, but I get some spicy fruit.
Yeah.
Um, it's got its own. I don't think we have a wine that's more different than this grape.
There's a lot of layers to this for sure.
There's a lot of flavors in this wine.
Again, I just did the Josephine glass. If you're just tuning in and I see people popping on and off, if you are just coming on, you've probably never heard of Josephine. He's probably the only one in our area that actually has these. Has Riedel, has the Josephine as well. We just did the Josephine one. Did you do the Riedel?
Yes, I'm sure the some of the high end restaurants in town
They might have them.
Probably have. They probably do have them.
So tell them what we're tasting different in the Traminette.
Well, you're just tasting more of the floralness. You're getting more of the wine flavor because it's just opened up quicker because of the design of the glass.
See, he has the technical terms. I'm going to say this. It is much stronger in the Riedel. I almost feel like I can taste it. It feels like more alcohol in this one, and it's much lighter in the Josephine. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think we're saying the same thing.
But he's saying the technical terms.
But it's all about the style of glass and the way it's made against the bowl of this glass.
Yes.
And this is thicker glass. And
Yep.
And if you had one of our normal wine glasses that we use tons of,
Those are even heavier?
yeah, they're
Right.
heavier, and you wouldn't get near the nose on it or the flavor of drinking it.
Hang on. Debbie just said, I love your job and I want it. Can I be your BFF? I want to go out on a night when you and Jim are there. You all would be a hoot. We are a hoot. Me and Chuck have a good time together. So here's the thing. I could see at a table that guys would say, this is manly. This is more manly. And then when they would go, my husband would break this, Chuck. He's got his big bear claws.
He probably would.
Yeah, keep him away from the Josephine glasses.
I mean, you got to be careful with these guys.
Okay, we're going to switch to the Cabernet. But before we do that, you gave me a picture that I wanted to show to everybody real quick. You said, is this what you're growing right now?
Yeah, this is what we're harvesting Friday morning. Our vignobles, we're probably 10 days early. Earliest I can ever remember. Normally, vignobles is harvested in mid to the end of August. Our Rayon d'Or was harvested this morning.
I love your Rayon d'Or.
And that's already in tank, and we pressed it this morning, 3.5 tons. Hopefully, we'll get 8 to 10 tons of Vignol on Friday. A crop looks the best crop I can remember.
I think you were the one that first introduced me to a Vignol, and that has since become one of my favorite whites. For those that have never had one before, you want to tell them what it's.
Make a good one this year.
Yeah, well, you make good ones, period. But for people that are watching that've never had a Vignol before, you want to tell them what it's similar to?
It's kind of Riesling like, but it's its own little animal. I mean, it's got incredible apricot peachy flavors. And I believe it's made to be drank a little bit off dry with a little sugar in it. I think it will open up more. The grape is if there's a white grape in this state, it's Vignol.
Mhm.
It's probably about 30% of the vineyards in the state plant Vignol, and it's another great aromatic wine. We grow incredible white grapes in this state, I think, and world class. I've got great winemakers on the West Coast that love to taste our white wines.
The white wines for sure have gotten, well, again, I think we do an amazing job with what we are using with our soil, our climate, et cetera.
And it's gotten a lot better too.
The whites, though, I just think are just truly mind-blowing. If you want to start with whites, but then you got to start letting someone like Chuck introduce you to red wines. And even if you're like, I'm a big California fan, I'm an Italian fan, I'm a French fan, you've got to let someone introduce you properly to our reds here. By itself, with the right foods, you've actually, which is anybody who knows me, I was never a fan of Norton wine. He has introduced me to wines, though, that he has here where I'm like, okay, I just need to have it with the right food.
Well, Nortons have gotten so much better over the last 10 years in this state. Winemakers have learned how to make it, and they've improved immensely.
Yeah.
And I think anybody that has any knowledge in this business in this state would tell you the same thing.
So maybe that's
very,
why.
very proud of the processes and progress that we've made on all of the grape growing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, our white wines, I think, can be classified world class.
Yes.
The Vineyard grape is amazing, and the right winemakers can do wonderful things with Seyval and this Rayon d'Or we were talking about, and Traminette also. Not a whole lot of Traminette grown in the state, but this one turned out so well. I thought it would do well. I never thought it would be the best white in the state, but that just shows you the judges had an open mind and tasted this wine and said, "Wow, we've never had a Traminette this good." And kudos to Tom for doing a wonderful job on it. So.
Absolutely. Again, they just recently, within the last month, they had the big awards, 19 out of 19 wines. They also had best labels. So many reasons why you want to come in here, because they truly know what they're doing. So before we get to the Cabernet, for people that want to kind of recap, that are just tuning into the different platforms, tell them if they want to try these wines, what they are again, and what to ask for when they come in.
Okay, so the first one is our Brut Rosé. Is from Sonoma, and it's as you said, very strawberry.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really nice summer sparkling wine to drink. The second one is Traminette, and if you've never had a Traminette, I would, if you come out here, taste it through our tasting room, and just it surprises a lot of people. This vintage is a beautiful wine. So
yeah. So again, Debbie said something about I want a one-on-one wine class. So a lot of people do. They want to be educated. When you come in, what I would suggest is that you go to the tasting bar and you say, "Hey, I've seen a lot of different wines that Chuck and Monica have shown on Wet Your Whistle Wednesday." They will walk you through. They'll educate you.
yeah, taste our Missouri wines.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes Missouri wines get a big knock, but we are a Missouri winery, so you can taste California and West Coast wines all the time. You can buy them here, and we sell a lot of them. But
don't bypass Missouri.
Yeah, I would just taste them and give them a chance. Especially, I think you'll like some of them.
Folks, by the way, if you have any questions about anything that we're teaching you, I'm going to reach over here before I break a glass. We are going to go to the Cabernet. Anybody who knows Monica knows I love red wine. I love Cabernets. This is a huge glass, by the way. This is the big Riedel glass.
Yep.
So I just said, wow, as you were talking, because the nose on this is incredible. It's big.
It's big. It's incredible. Sonoma Cabernet.
Okay. What year is this?
It's 21.
Okay.
And but this winemaker makes things very fruit forward, ready to drink, and you're not going to find a whole lot of tannins in it. There's a great structure in it, but if you've had it, I think it's a great little wine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's different. Now the more I swirl around, and sometimes people are like, "Why are you guys doing that?" Because we're opening it up. I'm bringing out all the different flavors on it, and every time I do this, I smell something different. What do you smell in here?
Oh, black currant.
Yes.
Foremost. There's a hint. There's a hint of blackberry. There is good barrel in it. Again, nice toasty vanilla. A bit.
It has a whiskey smell to me, like something. Well, barrel.
It's been open for a little bit. I'll let it open to try to do the magic that you're going to taste.
We're doing magic here. So do I do it Riedel first and then Josephine, or the other way around?
Do the Riedel first.
Okay. So this is the one I've been spinning. And by the way, I've had to do it left-handed because I'm holding the mic with the right. So I'm ambidextrous this morning or this afternoon. Oh, that's smooth. It actually smells big. It doesn't have as big of a taste as I am smelling. What's the alcohol content on this?
It's 14.2 or 3, I believe.
Okay. She just said that's the exact glass I'm drinking from. A lot of weight to the glass. OMG. This one sounds heavenly. Oh, he just said, see? He just described the heavenly word right there for you. Yes. Thank you, Ashlyn, for putting everything in for us while you're babysitting. You're such a sweetheart. She's at home babysitting and moderating for us. Okay, we've got the Josephine glass. Oh, so much more in the nose, first of all.
It kind of blows you away.
It did blow me away. So I could smell a little bit of the black currant. Now I smell a lot of it, and I've only swirled it a bit. Ashlyn, by the way, you need to come out here in the next Wet Your Whistle Wednesday before you. They're getting ready to wrap up their internship. I've loved having them, but you all have to come and celebrate at the end of the internship right here.
Wow. Let that really roll over your tongue.
It tastes like a completely different wine.
I know.
I know. I mean, seriously, wait a minute. This one, really, of all the ones that we've done in the side by side, I feel like you just gave me two different. You sure you didn't give me two different?
They're the same wine.
Debbie says she loves the Josephine glass. I do too. It's so dainty and delicate. You know,
That is really good. That is a world. Same wine. It just makes the glass makes it so much better.
wow. Yeah. Interesting. So if someone comes here, yes, it sounds lovely. I know. I do have great interns. You're right, Joey. Oh, Johanna. So have you ever heard of Adventure Unknown in Fenton?
Yes, I have. We talked about it last time you were here.
You got to go in there.
In fact, I've got some friends that go the Koenigs, Savette and Jeff Koenig.
Are they members there?
I think they may be.
Johanna, let us know.
Yeah, they're the ones who told us about it. I believe. I'm pretty sure.
So you and Michelle need to come and do a tour with me. I love that. I have a lot of things that I have ideas of things I want to do with them. But I hope you all enjoyed. We did our live Mobile Monica from there. Richard, perfect timing. I'm just joining. Was looking for someone to drink with. Cheers. Cheers to you, Richard. You and your wife need to come out here and enjoy some wine. If you don't like wine, by the way, I'm looking right now over at their bar. They do have spirits. They've got some bourbon. They've got, is that the Judgment Tree?
We're a big fan of Judgment Tree.
I love that. See, again, they're all about lifting each other up because Judgment Tree is local. It's right down the street from you.
Down the street, yes.
How cool is that?
In fact, we when we make our port wines this year, we buy our brandy, like 40 gallons of brandy from them.
Okay, folks, I know you think we're like being crazy here, but seriously, I feel like this is a different wine. I mean, it's nuts just because of the shape of the glass.
Well, you know what? You get to take that one home.
Thank you. Yay. So if somebody comes in, Chuck, and they would like to have this experience we're having, do you do any dinners or anything with the Josephine glasses yet?
No, they got to come down in price a little bit. You know,
you have to get your own, everybody.
You know, maybe
down the line.
These special dinners that I was doing privately here, there's a chance that maybe next year for those dinners that we could be drinking out of these.
Even if you just do one side by side, I think that would be interesting for everybody.
I would just have to have like 40 of these glasses.
Yes.
And 40 times 50 times.
Exactly. And it starts to add up, folks. That's why. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about that, by the way. You have been having incredible dinners, and you do have a really special one coming up.
Next Wednesday, we have an incredible dinner that we're been so fortunate to receive a case of Cayma's 40th anniversary wine and 50th anniversary wine, and we're going to pair them side by side on our beef course. Should be a lot of fun. It's 5-course dinner. We've got scallops involved. We got beef. We got a great cheesecake, shortcake, strawberry shortcake, I believe it is, with the dessert. And we're doing our tasting on Friday to make sure everything's paired right. But the reds are going one way or another because those wines are here.
And tickets still available for it?
Yes. We normally can handle around close to 100 people. I think we've sold about 65. Summer dinners are a little different than the winter just because people are out and about and gone. And so we're happy to have that kind of the kitchen loves 50 to 60 people because you're doing a 5-course dinner for 100 people.
That gets hard.
It gets pretty tough.
Yeah, and I like the more intimacy aspect of it anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I think your staff usually has good points. They're trying to do a wonderful job, and it's always a little easier when they're not as stressed and handling a little smaller group.
Right. So if you want to purchase tickets, again, Ashlyn has posted for you the website. You can click on the calendar. So if they want to buy tickets, they buy them online, right?
They buy them online. The dinner is shows on the 21st, and just hit that and scroll through and purchase your tickets.
How much are tickets for that particular one?
I believe they're $95 with the wine course,
okay.
And this one I would certainly do the wine course. That does not include tax or tip, but that's for the 5-course dinner.
Again, it's that. There's other dinners. If you can't make next Wednesday, there are incredible events coming up with the music. Did you have the big rigs yet, or they're coming up?
They're coming up.
Who else is on the
Uh,
agenda?
we we got the next 3 weeks. We had a decent show last Friday night. Tickets picked up at the inn. We people can go online. We need to sell tickets in the next 3 weeks.
Okay.
They're platinum.
Platinum Rock Legends.
And the Big Rigs and the other group is I think the last. I'm going to be gone for our next meeting. So
You're not allowed.
I'm going to Maine.
Oh, good for you.
I'm actually taking a sleeper camper, and we're taking our little Frenchies and meeting my sister and brother-in-law up in Bar Harbor, Maine.
Oh, that sounds beautiful.
And on the way up, we're stopping at wineries that allows RVs, and we're going to taste some local wines, and I'm going to hand out some of our wines, and
Yes.
and hopefully it'll be a great time.
What are your Frenchies' names?
Stony, that's the male, and Truffles.
Oh, Truffles. I love it.
We call her Truffle Bug.
I've got to meet. That's right. We have been trying to set up our dinner,
Yeah.
but everything's been so crazy with
Maybe
schedules.
we can do it after things slow. It's beautiful out there.
Well, I was going to say in the fall would absolutely be nice for all of you. I hope you've been enjoying this weather. It's gorgeous. It's crazy. I went to the Muni, which by the way, tomorrow night they wrap up in the Heights at the Muni. And you could pick up a nice bottle of wine here from Defiance Ridge Vineyards. Do the thing that I love the most, which is a picnic.
This is just amazing.
Have you ever done a picnic at the Muni beforehand?
I have not.
Oh, well, you and Michelle need to do that.
Maybe I have it.
You need to take your bottles of wine and then some of your food here, or just make a nice little charcuterie platter and sit out. Absolutely. To me, that is one of my favorite date nights. We do that. And then you go in and see a good show. Tomorrow night, by the way, In the Heights wraps up. But I had a blanket on. That's how crazy the weather's been. I had a blanket around me. It's crazy,
and
right?
Tomorrow it's going to be 92 again, or is that Friday?
Tomorrow, actually, I'm glad you said that. Tomorrow, we'll be talking about this on tomorrow morning show. Tomorrow is actually a dangerous weather day. There could be tornadoes and hail. Be weather aware tomorrow for sure. It's just stirring up 92 degrees and maybe heat index of 100. But yes, it could be crazy tomorrow. I don't know how busy you'll be tomorrow. It's going to be weird.
We have to pick hand-pick some grapes tomorrow because the picker can't make it through the row with the telephone poles in it. So.
I believe I might have my meteorologist on with us tomorrow instead of, he's normally on with us Mondays and Fridays, but because of the severe weather, I'm going to try to get a timeline from him. It might be later in the day. All right, Chuck and I are going to enjoy this as you all, let's see.
Well,
Chuck, if I mention Monica, wait, I evidently missed her question. What did she say? No, you can't have unlimited wine. Do you have tastings every day? Well, you can go up to the bar and do the tasting.
Yes.
How much are the tastings?
There's $8, and
for how many?
For 5 tastes, and we also have a reserve tasting for 15. But I'd suggest you do the 5 tasting and try the Traminette and the Vignol and our Seyval Blanc and our Vidal Blanc, which was another gold medal winner, and drink some local wine.
Yes, don't always go. I mean, I love the fact that you have California as well, but again, don't bypass Missouri. I want you to give them give all of that a chance, please. Debbie's, and so don't leave. Don't leave now. We have a picnic. Okay, Debbie, you're so talkative today. Everybody, if you haven't been to Defiance Ridge Vineyards, one more time, go up into the comments, and Ashlyn posted the link for you. She's got the calendar for you, the big dinner with Camus again next Wednesday, Platinum Rock Legends, Big Rigs. I saw Scott and Carl on there. I love them. I still have to come out here and see them again. And then you said there's the date in October on a Friday. You're going to have a little
25th. We don't
bonfire?
know exactly, but it should be a bonfire, fireworks, and a great music concert is what we're thinking about doing.
All right, everybody, we're going to enjoy this because he keeps saying wow, and I agree.
You really can tell it in their Big Red.
Can you tell them one more time before we wrap up why they shouldn't hold, I promise to do this, why they should not hold the glass by the bottom of the glass, but why they should be holding the stem?
Well, it's just there's stemless glassware, so you can't say you can't hold a glass because people do that, but it's the wine is meant to be drank the appropriate way with your hand on the stemware.
It's class.
It's can be broken easier, I think. This baby is so delicate. when you hold it like this, you never know what you're going to hit it on.
But don't you also change the temperature of the wine? Or is that an old wives' tale?
That's a good thing to bring up. So temperature of the wine, that's one other reason why when they manufacture a glass, they do it, your white wines, with a narrow lid, because they want to keep the wine more chilled than with the red. So, they say that will keep the wine chilled a little bit longer.
But if we actually hold the wine to the bottom, are we changing because the warmth of our hand?
Your warmth of your hand always.
Yeah.
I've always been told if you have something too cold, and white wine can usually the number one problem with serving white wine is it is too cold. You warm it up with your hands on the bowl, and that it works very quickly, and it's just trying to help you enjoy your wine more.
Yep, there you go. See, Richard just said, great information. I never knew. That's why the difference in the glasses. That's why we wanted to do it today. Chuck had sent me an email and said, this is what I wanted to talk about. And I was like, I love it because
we always talk about the wine glasses. So why not talk about them? Man?
Show them.
And you know what? I am no professional guy on wine glasses. I just know what I read and drink and what I hear in the business. And these Josephine glasses, if you're a wine drinker, just break down and buy a couple of them. It will make all the difference in the world.
It's fun. Do you know why? I don't know if you've read anything, but they all have kind of a similar. They have a little ripple in them.
Yeah, it's just the nature of how they blew the glass, and they're all like that.
I've never seen.
And they have this is the universal glass. There's a white glass too that I have, but I didn't bring it. That's
one is the universal.
This is the universal glass.
Okay.
And so in the Riedel,
yes.
What I buy is the universal glass, which is this glass.
This one.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to you.
Now,
all right.
Now let's
enjoy.
Just do that on this and see what the difference is. Just a nice.
Oh, just listen. Oh, it doesn't have that.
No.
Oh, now it does. He had the layers of it. Go, go, go. You know what? Before we wrap up, is that something we're supposed to do? I read something one time saying that you're not actually, when you do to cheers.
You're supposed to do something.
You're not actually supposed to touch them. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think several of my friends have told me that. I think
she's smiling.
Maybe Norm Keller did that. So he's.
But I like to hear it. Oh, look, it's just a little
bit.
She's smiling back there. That's so that you don't break the glasses. All right, folks, we want you to enjoy whatever you have at home with us. See, we want to go enjoy that together. We're going to do just that. Thank you for allowing us to entertain you and educate you. That's what this Wednesday show is all about. Wet Your Whistle Wednesday. Yes, everybody. Cheers to you. We hope you have a wonderful afternoon. And thanks again. We'll see you in just a couple of weeks. Or when are you leaving? You're not going to be with me in a couple of weeks?
No, we will not be here the next one.
All right. We'll let you know when the next Wet Your Whistle is. Everybody have a wonderful afternoon.
Thank you.